Welcome to the Blissful Bonus Mom podcast. I'm your host, Simply Nikase, and here we talk all things stepmom, family, and faith. Let's get into today's topic. So one of my best relationships is with my stepson. We have many adventures together. One of my favorite things to do with him is to go on a walk. And it's so funny because when I grab my shoes by the door, he's always like, go for walk. So we'll usually go take a walk. We'll take like a mile long walk. And during this time, we are talking to each other. We're collecting rocks. We're talking about the trees, the dogs. We'll say hi to the neighbors. I feel like that we do spend a lot of alone time together, but I feel like in that moment, there's no TV distraction. There's no toy distraction. It's just us in nature. And I love it. It's my favorite time. We haven't done a lot of walking lately because let's face it, the weather has been trash all across the country. But yeah, it just, that's our moment to like really bond aside from all the other moments. But that's one of my favorite moments. And we just talk about everything. Like he opens up to me. And I'm telling you this, guys, even though he's 3 years old, he says the darndest things, and we are having a legit conversation. I have to record a conversation with him one day because it blows my mind the things he talks to me about. And whenever a car is coming, or if he thinks a car is coming and I don't move out the way because I know the car isn't coming towards us, if I don't move out the way, he'll be like, go on the other side. I don't want you to get hurt. And I'm just like, the level of care on this child is amazing. But although we have many adventures, at the end of the day, our relationship does stop at stepmom and stepson. And I don't want you as a listener to think, okay, so this is how it's always going to be. And no. I don't want you to think it that way. It's just the reality is you're not their biological mother. You're just a great support system. And I did mention that in the last couple of episodes. And that's okay. And that really is okay. I know sometimes it can feel like you're a glorified babysitter and that you're just here to watch them for the moment until they go back to the person they really do love. I used to feel that way. I do not anymore. I know I'm not just a babysitter because I know that child loves me. But you do have to remember, as a support system, you are also their family. Although you may not have given birth to them, you are family. You belong. Once you have that in your mind, you can operate in such a capacity where he knows like, yes, I have my mom, but I have my other mom too. And she loves me just the same. It's the love I show him. It's the love I have for him on the daily that makes us family. It can suck sometimes. I'm letting you know now. Sometimes when we have him, I'm like, man, you go back this day, huh? You go back to your mom on this day. That sucks. Let me soak up all the time that we can. And that's why I always have these different activities to do with him. I want to soak up as much time as I can. Yes, sometimes he can spend as much time with his dad and things like that, but that's his dad and he has his mom. So I'm like, okay, what can I do to fit into this equation? I want to be all in this equation. So I want him to know, like, when he grows up, for right now, like I have the greatest parents. I have 3 parents right now that love me very much. He could eventually have 4. But for right now, it's like I have an awesome mother. I have an awesome father. And I have an awesome stepmother. So that just brings me into the topic today, how to be a blissful bonus mom. And that's what it's all about. So the word blissful means extremely happy and full of joy. Let me repeat that. Extremely happy, full of joy. That's how you have to operate as a bonus mom. And sometimes this by far can be one of the hardest things to do because there's so many factors that play into it. You may have a child that's not willing to open up to you the way you want. You may not have a supportive spouse. You may not have a good relationship with the bio mom, or you just might feel like a failure because you may feel like you're not doing enough in your family dynamic. But I'm here to tell you that if you're giving your all and you have to operate out of joy even when days are hard, you will be a blissful bonus mom. I remember when I first moved in, me and David already had an established relationship, but he would only want to be around his dad at times. And I was like, man, what am I doing wrong? Like, why doesn't he want to spend time with me? Why is it always his father? Why is it? And I'm trying my best. I'm like, David, let's do this. David, let's do that. Or David, let's hang out. And he'll just be like, no, he's with his dad, you know? And I used to get real jealous of that because I'm like, man, what am I doing? Like, this sucks. I got married. I barely get to spend time with my husband. And when our child is here, all he wants to do is be around my husband. He doesn't want to be around me. And I thought I was the problem. And it's not that. You have to understand, like, David was spending time with his father, and you should never want that relationship to alter. Now, David is always with me, but he spends equal amount of time with everybody. I can definitely tell you that. And you have to learn. I had to get over that jealousy. I really was jealous of that relationship because I'm like, yo, come on. I'm trying to build a relationship with you, kid. Why aren't you giving me the same, like, why aren't you reciprocating? But you have to, I did a lot of praying. I took time. Children, they have to warm up to you. Even if you do have a relationship with them, they have to warm up to you. Let the child want you. Don't force it, because children are smart. They know. Don't force things that doesn't come natural to them. Once it becomes natural to them, they will come to you, probably versus their parents. David and I's relationship is like, what are two things that go together? I don't really eat peanut butter and jelly, but that's the first thing that comes to mind. Me and David's relationship is like peanut butter and jelly right now, and it's only going to get better as we continue to grow, but it was not always like that. But I had to operate out of joy. Although it seemed like I was forcing it, it came natural for him. One day he would call for me. One day he would just want to do things in the kitchen with me, go on a walk with me, and after that, it ran like a normal household where moments he want to spend time with his dad and moments he want to spend time with me. And once you let it go and let God really work that relationship between you and your stepchild, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful. Just pray on it and continue to do things and operate out of joy. And that's literally the key to being a blissful bonus mom. I'm letting you know. You got this. I got it. I did it. You can do it too. I don't want people to have their stepkids and not have a relationship with them. Like, that's not okay. You're in a whole marriage with their parent and you don't have a single relationship, or it's always toxic. Find a way to take the toxic environment out of your home and turn it into a positive, affirming household, affirming situation. If you don't have support from your spouse, talk to your spouse about it. What are ways that we can do things as a family? What are ways you think that your kids can trust me? It'll work out, but you have to operate out of joy. Don't do it as a responsibility. And that's all I have for you guys today. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Go ahead and subscribe and share with your people and other bonus moms that you think that will benefit from this. If you want more content, there will be links down below in the show notes. I love you, but Jesus loves you most. Bye.